We read about it here in the book of Proverbs in this 29th chapter. For instance, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. There's two kinds of cities here. This first city that we talk about here for just a moment is the worldly kingdom. You say, Leon, you want the world to succeed? You want the world to prosper? Well, in a way I do. Aren't we glad we live in America?
Yes.
Where else in the world would you go that you have the freedoms and liberties that you have in America? If you even went to Canada, they're giving up their freedoms and liberties for secularism, humanism. You can't even immigrate to Mexico. They won't let you in. Isn't it interesting here that we have such liberty and such freedom? Why do we have that? Because people before us understood that the gospel of Jesus Christ brings freedom, but it brings freedom in the sense of righteousness and holiness. It's not a liberty to do anything that's wanting to be done. We aren't a people who can seek our own gratification no matter what it might be, in whatever form it might be. We are people who have to have the control over the freedom to live righteous and holy lives. And if we don't have that in ourselves, if liberty isn't controlled by love, or if we control and recreate it to the law of liberty, love your neighbor as yourself. If there's no control over my liberty, it becomes anarchy, to where every man does what is right in his own eyes. And that's anarchy, and that's dangerous. And there's plenty of people, places around the world where you can find it's very dangerous to live today, because there's no structure, there's no adherence to law, there's no gospel ministry there. Wherever the gospel goes, it brings peace, it brings prosperity, it brings the wellness and support of the people. That's why we have to be, in our time, in our age, the people of God in this time in which we live and in this nation.